It's time for Survivor, baby. All
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
Yes, Survivor Palau, baby.
I'm
That's
up for a survival challenge.
well. Let's see. We got a hero on my right, on
A
my
hero.
left.
That's right. I am
Ezekiel
indeed a
Midoriya.
hero.
I am a hero. Sheriff Rick
Yeah, you are.
Grimes.
Yeah.
God
I'm
bless
Izuka
him.
Midoriya.
And who's the hero of Survivor Palau? If you were to name
Well,
one as the hero, who would it be?
well, we are about to find out, but I suppose my current hero from the last episode was Mr. Man
Hey, who would you?
himself.
Yeah, who would you describe as a hero?
Him for being a firefighter.
Yeah, right. 9/11
Yeah.
first responder. Tom.
Yeah. Tom, what a hero. He is definitely a hero.
Yeah.
My hero. But there's no academia involved. I can't see now. So yeah, here we are. We're here, Survivor.
Yes.
Survivor.
Hey, in case you're
Palau.
new, I forget to do this a lot, but in case you're new,
Yeah.
there's always could be someone new.
Also, it's Halloween when we're doing this. That time of year. So we're
had
dressed
to
up
be
in
there.
all of our videos.
So every week we do Survivor here on the channel. Right now, currently, we're going through Survivor Palau. I am a huge Survivor fan. Alec have been taking through the season for the first time. We went through from the beginning chronologically, and that's how we'll continue to do it. I'm also doing Survivor 41 on the side. So
Yeah, check it out. He's uploading videos weekly. So it's up to date on that.
pretty much concurrently, like episode 3,
Yeah.
episode 3, episode 4, episode 4 just happened to line up that way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, extra Survivor content right now. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is something else, a unique opportunity where we get to go back into like 2004, 2005.
I think it's 2005 now, right? Maybe
something
6.
like that. And really get to teleport ourselves back there.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
fun.
cool.
Fun times.
It's cool. Palau, so far, I don't know.
Yeah,
The
Palau's
first
been a
couple
little bit of
episodes
a
not too great.
it's been a little bit of a wet fart. I mean, I know we remember they had been like, we're gonna have an extra person, and then it was like, oh, that was kind of
20
lame.
people, yeah, and
They
then
were-
they
they
immediately
were there
took 2
for-
people out.
And overnight, and that was it.
Mhm.
Like that's kind of lame, you know? It's like
And then the tribe that has gone to tribal council every episode so far has not been the most entertaining to watch in terms of it's usually they've just been voting off their weakest person each time, really.
yeah, there's not really that much drama.
So
It's like all the drama is just about like who's not working hard. Like that's the drama really that's going on. There's no like, and they're getting on my nerves. Other than they were mad at Jeff Probst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of it has been focused on Kim and Jeff cuddling.
Yeah.
You know, now Jeff is out of there, so maybe the narrative will shift a little bit.
I don't know.
And
I don't know if that's the play I would have gone with, but
right, well,
maybe because it's like he is clearly like a threat of sorts, you know, because it's like he's a strong guy. He pulls his weight around.
But now he can't as much.
But now he's hobbled because he got injured. So it's like, okay, well, he's holding his back now in challenges. So we gotta get rid of him.
I mean, he couldn't even participate in the wading water challenge
really
last
couldn't.
time.
Yeah.
Not that Kim was doing much more, but
watch every single challenge from here on out. It's going to be like a mental game one that doesn't require running.
It's all like trivia. Sit down and answer trivia questions.
Yeah, or solve a puzzle.
Yeah. You're gonna have to sit. Who can sit the longest?
Who can sit down the longest
with the least amount of pressure on their foot? Yeah. So and the other tribe, they're just kind of the adventuring tribe. They're going out
snake
hunting snakes and sharks.
Yeah.
You know, like they haven't had to turn on each other yet. So it's all, well, it is all mostly happy, joy. But then you have Karen going off on Katie a little bit.
Yeah, Karen goes Karen on Katie is what I wrote in my notes. So,
so Tom was the MVP for the episode last time.
He was. Tom was awesome. I think he's just such an example of a leader, and I think he kind of like held the whole tribe together. He's what's getting him to work. He's what's getting him to adventure, and He seems like he's just a nice person
But
and a
yeah,
hero.
yeah, Tom has been great, but I mean the episodes haven't been the most entertaining in the world. But
Mm-mm.
everything can change. 3 episodes certainly does not define a season. So
No, I think there was I think last season I was even like, well, it's okay going on so far. Um,
hmm
but
yeah, Vanuatu was like a
Vanuatu
little bit
seemed to, but ended up being quite good in the end.
better in the
So
end game. A lot of seasons tend to
mm,
be at least better in the end game if they're not in the pre-merge, because I mean, that's when we get to see the spiciness.
that's right.
But I mean, then you do have Survivor Thailand, where sometimes it's even after the merge, it's like, blah.
It's still kind of blah. Yeah. Uh,
But it all depends on
it
what
was
the cast make of it, basically. So
Yeah, wasn't that joke the game begins or something? Like it was like the second to last episode.
the game begins. Yeah, when they had to turn on each
Uh,
other, the final
yeah.
five.
It's just-
Yeah,
what a joke.
well, that's the nature of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to have the lows to get the highs.
Yep. Yep.
Like if you can't always be nonstop excitement, because then it's not exciting anymore.
It's true. It's true.
It's not like, oh,
You gotta
whoa,
have, you
isn't
gotta
that
have your
wild?
slow
It's
periods.
wild strategy. Because then it's the norm. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, as always, if you want to click the link in the description, you can see the highlights of our reaction of us actually watching the episode, and you can come back afterwards for the discussion.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it, episode 4 of Survivor Palau. Kim voted out of the sad tribe of Oolong.
Man, we've got some of the best challenges across Survivor, but these episodes are just like so rote by the notes. It's like ugh. It's like I love these challenges are amazing. They've been great. I don't think we've talked about them as enough. This time in particular, both of these challenges were great.
Yeah, it was first the Home Depot challenge, which they previously had, the shelter building challenge in Survivor All Stars, and now we got a bathroom building challenge that you get a shelter built as a reward for.
Yeah, and they got an awesome shelter that they won. Koror just like dominated. You could just tell just by looking at it. It's like they won. I mean, that's a good bathroom. They did a good job building that. And then they got like a big old shelter with a hammock and a lamp. And then they also built like a picnic table. And they also built like another little stand above the water. It's just what a great
Well,
reward.
It's similar to an All Stars where Shapiro was like the happy tribe that were winning everything, and then they win this challenge. At least they didn't they didn't get a shelter built for them, at least, but they did build themselves a nice shelter as a result of it.
Yeah.
And so it's like the ones that are already in a good position to get another morale boost.
Yeah, this is a rich get richer.
Richard Hatch gets Richard.
Richard Hatch gets richer. Rich gets richer here for sure. Because Oolong is hurting real bad, and they just can't win.
I mean, it's worth noting that they had the sad vibe throughout, so much that they didn't even pick a tribe rep for the challenge.
It was like Jeff was like, "Wait, you guys don't even have a leader yet?
And
come on, give me somebody." And then Bobby
like,
John's like, "James." It's like you couldn't even volunteer yourself. You couldn't even nominate yourself. Be like, "I'll go."
Bobby John's tired of pulling the weight for everybody.
but he's very indecisive himself.
But now,
it's like
it lucked out that James was the construction guy, though. But all didn't matter anyway. Are they going to use that bathroom at least? Have a nice bathroom?
I hope so. They dig that pit deep enough?
But
they're taking dumps?
They did pick Ian for Koror. Tom, there was a little bit of a...
Yeah, so it seems like they're kind of just building like slow, like kind of like maybe slow hints at what's to come later on in the season.
There's a split forming there because Kobe, Janu, and Jen were all kind of like, yeah, I will do it. I would be the rep. And then Tom was like, yo,
is it me or Ian?
Ian's been a good leader for the tribe. I think Ian should do it.
Ian should
If you
do
want to
it,
do
and
it.
then everyone's like, "Oh, Tom should do it," and he's like, "Okay, what about us?" It's kind of like a so yeah. There's some social dynamics going on over there where there seems to be a couple of different distinct groups.
Yeah, it seems like Kobe, Janu, and Jen are on the outs
Yeah,
at least. Maybe I think they paired Willard in with that
Willard with
too.
them
So it's
too.
like
Yeah,
5-4
yeah,
seems to be.
yeah. But they ended up just by happenstance choosing the right guy there because Ian happened to have worked
Mm-hmm.
at like no construction pretty well. Um, so yeah,
They
that was cool.
they won that, and then they had the little sumo challenge, which was that was a fun, intense challenge. It came down to the final point in the end too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a
Mm-hmm.
good challenge.
Yeah.
Very physical this season.
Yeah, it was a lot of this was like the in the last episode there was like a lot of the reward challenge was kind of the violent one. They were like they had to like struggle for like a lifesaver or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In this one they were like up on a circular sort of ring like a wrestling ring. They were like it's a sumo style thing. So yeah, they had like these big sacks that they were like shoving each other off with. Yeah, very physical. Blood being drawn and such. So yeah.
And it came down to James
cool.
losing to Kobe.
Yep.
A couple times.
Kobe's got a lot of ass behind him, apparently, according to James.
I don't know what that
whatever
means.
that means. I don't either. I guess because he's a strong guy. I don't know.
But it's weird when you have people like James, where it's like he's a homosexual, because he'll say that, but in the same sentence he can't say too much because he lost to him. So he's like, well, he's pretty good for a homosexual.
Yeah, it's like
so it's like a backhanded.
It's like a weird
thing.
like weird backhanded compliment.
Because he's like, well, I can't be too down on him because I did lose to him. So
yeah, but I am a redneck, so I hate them gays. Yeah, so it's like, oh, okay. It's a little weird.
But no, I just mean as his profession, he's a hairdresser. I didn't expect him to perform well in this challenge.
Yeah,
but,
it's like
homosexuals, they do like to go to the gym and look at each other working out. So I understand he's probably stronger than me in that way.
Okay.
And then Jeff, ultimately, their morale is all the time low. They both lost.
Yeah.
They lost both challenges. It was pretty much a guaranteed thing. Kim's going to go. The only little hint of something else is that the women don't want to just be voted out one by one after that.
But then they were like, but then we'd also have to work with Kim, who we don't like, so she's going home. Yeah, it was very important. Jeff sort of gave him another dressing down, and it was like, all right, well, we got to address some things. And then, but it still seems like there's still like a bunch of like wet noodles, basically. It's like they're just so as a group they just do not work together. I think they put it out best where like the men don't seem to be like they're not gung-ho enough, and the women, despite the fact that most of them are strong and with it, it's like they can't make up for the deficiencies that the men that are on their team are not as dynamic or strong as the men on the other team.
Though Kim in the same episode said that the men are too gung-ho. Like the people in my tribe are too gung-ho.
Well,
so I wish
yeah.
I wasn't on a tribe.
I think it means. I think by that she's probably more like they're just work. But then in challenges they just don't stack up to the other men.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so
maybe they should be saving the energy for, the challenges. But whatever.
It's almost like a sadder version of the Pearl Islands. I always mix up which ones. I think it's the Morgan tribe.
Yeah,
it was the sad one where they were just kind of like the morale was down, and then it kept being sad as a result. This one is like, it's pretty unprecedented losing streak here, but
it's a double down on the sad though. Like it really does. It's just like they're just a bunch of depressed losers, and it's too bad.
And the nature of the game is we have to spend more time with them because they're the ones voting each other out right now.
That's right. Yeah. So there's more drama. Going on there, but there really isn't. There's nothing.
Yeah.
The only other thing I guess of note is that Karen is sick of Tom as leader. I guess we kind of alluded to that earlier, but Karen was like, "It's all about Tom. I hate it." And it's like, okay, maybe you should do something about it then, Karen.
I mean, generally when
then
there's a leader established early on, it doesn't really like last the
never
whole season.
never pans out. Yeah,
We'll see.
Tom's ass is out later on in the season.
Who would you award your MVP to for this episode?
Probably James.
What?
I'm kidding. I don't know. It's this is a difficult one. There was a lot of people that had things to say.
True.
I don't want to just give it to Tom again. I don't think like Tom was good, but I don't think he was like the most definitive of this episode. I don't want to give it to Kim because she didn't really do anything. Despite the fact she's gone and she's very pretty. I don't want to just give it to Kobe because he even though he won the challenge for them, it's like honestly, you know what? Screw it. I am actually giving it to James. You know, he just said, "Yeah, why not? Why not?"
God.
He had the most to say. He was the okay. We could give it to Ian because Ian was a sort of a surprising twist because it's like, oh, Ian knows what to do, even though Ian did like almost nothing in this episode. But it's like, oh, Ian, he had the construction know-how. I was like, that's cool.
You want to give it to James?
I'm giving it to James. I'm giving it to James.
It's a controversial pick. Very controversial.
Yeah, why? Because James had probably the most to say and do in this episode.
Sure.
He did. I mean, he was kind of. I don't like his attitude towards Kobe at all. But
we award that around here.
But we do award that around here. But he made the episode more entertaining than it otherwise would be. Well, who would you give it to? I know we don't do it. Who would you give it to?
I don't know.
Who do you give it to in this episode? This episode had like no standouts other than him.
I would give it to
like Ibrahim, Bobby John. They did like nothing. Like Bobby John was just like, I'm gonna go cut wood. It's like, wow, that's a real change of pace from the last 3 episodes that we've been watching.
You know, James is the most interesting for sure. Yeah. But the MVP isn't always the most interesting person. But you know.
It was to me. That's how I take MVP sometimes.
Eliza got an MVP famously just for existing for one episode.
Who did?
Eliza in Vanuatu.
For existing for one episode?
Yeah, she didn't do anything. She just existed, and then you gave her an MVP
because she's very pretty,
so.
And she's just cute.
So it's not really about who had the most to say sometimes.
No. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm just enamored with someone's eyes, you know?
So if there's anything goes with an MVP, so...
This one, it was most entertaining.
James.
That was what I would...
You love James.
I mean, I find James very entertaining. I hope he sticks around long enough to see him and Kobe on the same team, because I think that would just be a bundle of joy.
Bundle of ass.
A bundle of ass.
A lot of ass that go around in that tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stephanie's cute. She could have gotten MVP, I guess. But...
She's gonna try a little harder. So
is Katie. Katie's cute.
She's a little more delicate than the men, though. So the men are gonna have the upper hand on the MVP side of things.
It's true.
Probably
very
doesn't know how to hammer in a nail.
No,
it's a man's
she's
job.
a little weakling. Yeah.
It's all good, though. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's that. Four
that's
episodes in.
Mm-hmm.
4 members voted out of Oolong, man. Can they stop the bleeding?
Wow. No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. All right. So what video would you recommend our viewers watch after this one?
Go check out episode 6 of Survivor Vanuatu.
Which one's that one?
I think, isn't that when the twist happens? Merge happened quite a bit later, I think, in that one. So...
I don't know, some episodes I can remember by the number, but I can't remember that one.
I can't remember that one off the top of my head.
I'm sure it's great. Somewhere around the Bubba Blunder area. I think that might be episode 5. So
yeah, it's around there. Fallout from Bubba.
Yeah.
So think about Merge.
And that's it. Come back next. I don't know why I have this voice
Come back
going.
Next time because you got James on the brain.
James on the brain. Come back next week for more Survivor Palau and Survivor 41.
Check it out.
Moving our way through.
Making it way.
All right, so subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the podcast feed. Like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like us on Facebook at Tarqaron TWO. Oh yeah, and comment and letting us know if you agree with the MVP choice.
Oh yeah. Controversial choice.
James
am I right?
MVP. All right.